Our magic item for today's podcast is the Soul of Gaia Rune. This is a wondrous, uncommon item that does require attunement. The acorn of bark is about the size of a human child's fist. The Gaia Nature Rune appears on it in the form of the Tree of Life that runs along its surface. Now, the acorn itself has the following properties which work only while it's on your person. First, you can commune with Gaia, which allows you to read, write, and speak Druidic.
Nice.
Yeah. It also has the Nature's Spirit, where you can't be poisoned or diseased. Now, that's, to be clear, the status effect, not the damage type. Earth and Grass allows you to cast Entangle as a bonus action, but once you use this property, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. And then there's the Gift of Gaia, where you can transfer the acorn's magic to a non-magical item, such as a wooden weapon or shield, by tracing the rune there with your finger. And the transfer takes about 8 hours of work that requires the two items to be within 5 feet of each other. At the end, the acorn is destroyed, and the rune appears in green on the chosen item, which gains a benefit based on its form. One of them being if you place it on the shield, you gain advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and match items can't put you to sleep. Or if you put it on a wooden weapon, Gaia's strength is imbued with the weapon, and can use your spellcasting modifier instead of your strength for the attack and damage rolls using this weapon. And scroll down. Thank you. And damage rolls with the melee weapon using this becomes a D8, and the weapon becomes magical. So basically, it's a little bit of a shillelagh and crack.
That's exactly what it is. It's shillelagh. Well, what do you think about this, Matt?
That is a very interesting magical item. Has a lot of benefits, has a lot of defenses and immunities that grants its wielder. I can see, in terms of the nature story, I definitely see a nature cleric or a hunt or a ranger using this if they're more of the hunter side of things who in a similar setting you could possibly have it in like a monster hunter setting.
Yeah, just like the episode. Yeah, nice. I like that. I like that tie-in.
Now, it's pretty good. Now, it does, on the surface, come across as maybe a little strong for an uncommon magic item, but it does give a lot of utility.
What would you change to make it more balanced to uncommon?
I think just maybe remove 1 or 2 features, maybe just because of the sheer amount it has. Now, granted, some of those do change depending on what you put it on, be it the acorn, the
Yeah,
shield.
it loses the other benefits if you bind it to those.
Okay.
It follows the normal runes. So all those list of things, if they bind it to a weapon or an armor, it loses all the others and only gains the other feature.
Okay, with that more clear then.
Yeah, that's just how it is in all the Storm King's Thunder books.
Sure.
So I will make sure to change the verbiage a little bit to make that a little more clear because you're right. It doesn't actually stipulate that, but that's how it's supposed to work.
Okay.
You're giving up the power that it has by holding it to bind it to something in exchange. I think it's really cool. I think it's fun because it gives an item that gives a little bit of benefit, but it really is delved in with flavor. So much flavor. And I think that it can be really well. You mentioned the nature cleric. I think that that's a great way to get the most out of this. The entangle once per day, that is a get out of free jail card right there. Like if your enemies are chasing you or you're ambushed, slamming on the ground and spike bushes popping up, just sounds awesome.
Oh yes.
Also, shillelagh is just like a default feature. Every caster would love that.
And I really do hope they rework shillelagh a little bit in the playtest, but hey.
What would you like to see changed?
I kind of would like to see it to be referred to saying when you cast a spell once per when you attack. I would like to, it doesn't really scale up like other cantrips do. Now, and really, you only get more benefits of it when you get extra attack, which druids don't really do.
Don't.
So these utility after level 5, especially compared to say primal savagery.
Yeah, but you got to also remember that druids are full casters too.
Right, but I'm just
This is true.
It's true that is because they are full casters. You just get so much better stuff afterwards, and it just loses its utility.
It's a fair point, but most druids probably aren't running around bonking people on the head at level 20 either.
Yeah,
Well,
they're more taking forms of a beast and tearing their opponents to pieces with that form.
I'm just saying, primal savagery does scale.
What
does not.
What does primal savagery do?
You basically sprout claws briefly, and you basically
Get
attack.
an extra attack?
No, it scales up like other cantrips do.
Oh, in raw damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chivalry doesn't.
All right. Very cool.
Anyway.
That'll do it for our magic item. I forgot what it was called.
The gift of Gaia.
What is it?
The gift of Gaia.
The soul of Gaia Rune.
Yeah.
That'll do it for our magic item, the soul of Gaia Rune.